right, we got Payson's beautiful looking Allied machine up here in the stand. He's gonna walk us through it. It's clearly fresh off a pre-ride. It's still got some Kansas mud on it. A little bit on him too.
Yep.
Tell us about this beautiful bike, Payson.
Well, you know, a lot of it kind of speaks for itself because this bike in 2019, they launched it, I think, a week before Unbound, and both Colin and Amity won on this bike. So I know it's proven, which is good, obviously. I love this custom paint scheme that they did. Paint is obviously something Allied does incredibly well.
Yeah.
I'm running the Zip 353 wheel, which is a really light aero wheel. Running inserts and some pretty low pressure with, speaking of Allied.
Hey guys.
We should bring Sam Pickman in here.
Sam, get up here, buddy. You can tell us about this. Yeah.
The man that designed this bike just walked up. That's incredible. That's pretty impeccable timing, Sam.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I'm going to quickly pivot. To interviewer.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this.
Sam,
I'm going to keep you wired here.
Okay.
One of the big questions: why'd you do the chainstay like this?
Why do you chainstay? Okay, so when you're designing a bike, there's like a lot of packaging constraints, and with a gravel bike, you want to have a narrow BB.
You might have to translate some things. Packaging constraints does not mean actually packaging the bike to ship it.
Yeah, no, not that.
Right.
It's like getting everything to fit together.
And make it work right.
Right? So you've got, with a gravel bike, the biggest problem is trying to keep a narrow BB so it feels more like a road bike, having a short chainstay so it also doesn't feel kind of slow and unresponsive, and then fitting in a big tire.
Okay.
So the ways that people do that, either A, they just lengthen the chainstay, B, they drop the chainstay, which mountain bikes did it first, Open did it second, kind of like made it the thing to do. And when we were designing this bike, one by was kind of coming around as kind of like a real option, and so we decided, let's make it specific, let's go one by only, let's go up high, and give ourselves plenty of space to be able to get all that stuff in.
What does that mean for the power transfer? How does that impact the power transfer of the bike?
Well, I mean, it does, obviously, if you change certain members of the bike, you have to design around that.
Right.
But in the end, this is, the feel is the same as a bike with traditional chainstays.
Okay.
But the rear end is super short, and yeah, the bike just feels really responsive. You can have space.
I was going to get to that, the handling and the responsiveness of it. Snappy, more lush and plush. Like, where does it fit in that spectrum?
I mean, it sounds like a cop-out answer, but it really does everything well, which I need because I like riding gravel bikes in a very broad set of circumstances. So, for example, we just did a little video with SRAM and their Explore group, and they got a bunch of us together to basically make a shred it. So we just shredded around Park City, mountain bike style, on the Able.
Nice.
On the other end of the spectrum, I mean, this bike's won Unbound twice?
2 times.
Yeah, so it can do it all. Yeah, and it's just beautiful. And I actually really do like the aesthetic of this elevated chainstay. And one thing I didn't expect is it really mitigates chain slap, which, that's not like a massive thing, but it's pretty cool when your bike is very quiet.
Yeah.
And for us being a small brand, we wanted to make a statement, right? You want to do something that's visually striking, that kind of makes you stand out a little bit, take a little bit of a chance. And obviously it has to have a technical benefit as well, but we're not afraid to kind of take a bit of a chance.
What's the gearing we're going with here?
So I have a 46 tooth single ring, 1050 in the back. That's almost what I always run when I'm racing, unless I'm running a 2x. It's also a very hardy setup, with more of a mountain bike inspired cassette and derailleur that just, when you're out there for 200 miles, inevitably stuff happens, rock impacts, river crossings. I raced the same drivetrain setup at Mid-South the year that it was super muddy and didn't have a single drop chain or anything like that, so it's just kind of tried and true.
What's on the screen? Are you a big data guy? How many pieces of data are you looking at?
For this, kind of the opposite. So I run this Hammerhead Karoo 2 on battery save mode, which means that the screen goes dark unless there's a turn. Okay. So I'm getting 0 input, which I like for a race like this. Okay. Now and then I'll hit this button to wake it up just to check time in terms of fueling and that sort of thing. But there's so much going on for such a long period of time at this race that I would prefer to have my eyes up, making sure I'm taking a good line, watching for attacks, all that sort of thing.
Okay. I see a small bag here. Is this everything we're going to carry tomorrow, or we?
I've got a hydration pack, so I'll use an Osprey Duro 1.5, it's called. Saddle bag in the back here. But yeah, I've just got tire plugs in here, some food, that sort of thing. Super light wheels. Love these wheels. Oh yeah, this is the super crazy looking Specialized Roman Evo mirror.
Okay.
So it's 3D printed.
Yep.
Most comfortable saddle I've ever ridden, actually, because it's got an insane number of different densities. So if you feel like right here it's very soft, if you feel more in the middle it's very firm.
Yep.
Love that thing.
And now this is how pro you are. The kit blends in perfectly with the bike.
Yeah.
Look at that, right?
Yeah, I know. That worked out pretty well. I love this gold fade also, gold to orange fade. When I saw this frame, I was just so mind-boggled. They do such an amazing job with paint.
This is awesome. Great looking machine. Great job on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best of luck. I can't let you go. We always got to touch on this.
Yep.
NBA Finals are in. Give me your pick.
Oh boy, you can leave this interview now, Sam.
Yeah. He's off the set. You're out. You're out.
You know, I don't know why I'm rooting against the Celtics, but I am.
Because they're the Celtics. We're obligated.
I don't know what it is, but last night kind of broke my heart. They stole one.
Yeah.
I really wanted the Heat to be in there because watching Jimmy Butler just absolutely leave everything out on the court every night was really inspiring.
Okay.
They couldn't quite pull that off, but yeah, hopefully I don't fall asleep before Game 2 on Sunday. I know I'm going to be in the box recovering from this race, but that'll be how I'm spending my time for sure.
All right, I love it. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Noted basketball fan and big-time contender for the title here tomorrow, Payson McElveen, joining us on the Pre-Ride Show. Folks, thanks for looking in. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow us to get all the latest drops for our time here in Emporia. Thanks for looking in.